Rice, he's got an opening. Rice, he could go all the way. He's got one man to beat.
Chase Becker spins, hangs, complete. Wow.
Broughton breaks through. It's a race to the end zone. Touchdown, Sioux. The Sioux strike first.
It used to be
On the road.
Conquers back on top as Region 8 champions.
That's Ben Henig. Henig with a load of steam, and he bowls over.
One as Blake Bergstrom looks to go. Blake Bergstrom floating in midair for two.
Backdoor cut. Cheryl Hayes off the glass for two. There is Nesham. Wow, look at that shot by Addison Nesham. She's putting on a show. You think her heart is pounding? No way. The Lucent Berthold Bombers are headed to the state.
Corner, 3 seconds. Simiano, no. Put back, no. The Killdeer Cowboys survive.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of GameDay Media, LLP, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent by GameDay Media, LLP.
GameDay Media, LLP does not own the rights to the background music of this live stream. All rights belong to the music owners. No copyright infringement intended.
Today's GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, Both the Own Boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Haugland Insurance Services, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nesset, Tioga Ace Hardware, DA Land LLC, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, The Bank of Tioga, Tioga Parts Supply, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Montreal County Health Center, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, Wham! LLC and Dry Fork Supply, the City of Ray, Lindsay Grocery, Montreal Williams Electric Cooperative, Burke Divide Electric Cooperative, Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, Faith Baptist Church of Kenmare, Ray Farmers Union Elevator, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, Tioga Pirates Booster Club, The Depot LLC, TNT Measurements Incorporated, Patriot Oilfield Service Incorporated, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated, Skin by Legacy, The Food Barn, Western Education Regional Co-op, North Shore Plaza PTO, Divide County Quarterback Club, Farmers Union Oil Company of Kenmare, Red Rock Chevrolet and GMC of Williston, Investment Center Advisor Group, LPL Financial, Stanley Commercial Club, Modern Dental, EAPC Architects, Engineers, Game 1, Tioga EDC and Chamber of Commerce, RTC Networks, Flag Family Media.
At NCC, Northwest North Dakota is our backyard. The individuals and businesses who rely on NCC's services aren't just our customers. You're our neighbors, our friends, and our families. That's why we're committed to providing the high-quality internet, video, phone, and security systems you need to stay connected with the friendly, local service you deserve. NCC, making connections in Northwest North Dakota.
At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, your local Case IH dealer, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural and equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit borderplains.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley, your local Case IH dealer.
Hey, it's Game Day Media time again here in Stanley, North Dakota, home of the Blue Jays, as we have a Class A volleyball matchup tonight featuring the visitors on the scoreboard, the Bottineau Stars out of Bottineau, North Dakota. Their opponent tonight, the home team on the scoreboard, the Stanley Blue Jays. The Bottineau Stars are coached up by Mikkel Lamott, and the Blue Jays are coached up by Nikki Heinley. And last time these two teams met up, the Stanley Blue Jays were able to take down the Stars earlier on in this regular season. We'll see what tonight holds for both of these teams as they head to the latter part of their regular season before postseason play starts. But welcome in, pop up some popcorn, enjoy some beverages here on Game Day Media's broadcast. And we appreciate you coming on board. We want to welcome you in to our broadcast here on Game Day Media. My name's Randy Peterson. We're going to step aside. When we come back, it'll be time for our Lindsay Grocery Coach's Comments with head coach Mikkel Lamott after this timeout. Our Border Plains Equipment pregame show is being brought to you by Border Plains Equipment, located right off Highway 2 in Stanley, North Dakota, your local Case IH dealer. Visit borderplains.com for local inventory and to explore job opportunities. Back after this timeout.
Kyle Hansen is proud to be a Thrivent financial professional, providing personalized financial guidance to people of all stages of life. Thrivent believes humanity thrives when individuals make the most of what they've been given, and Kyle is here to help you do just that. Larson Boston Agency, your Farmers Union insurance agents located at 106 Main Street North in Crosby, North Dakota, offer multiple lines of insurance, including crop, farm and ranch, home, auto, commercial, and health insurance. Give Chell or Robbie a call today at 701-965-6335.
Lindsay Grocery is proud to be your locally owned and operated hometown store in Crosby, North Dakota. From fresh baked goods and crisp produce to our in-house smoked meats, we've got everything you need close to home. Stop in and experience the convenience and the friendly faces of shopping local again. We are open 7 days a week, and we look forward to serving you. That's Lindsay Grocery. Find us on Facebook for specials and updates.
Hey, and as we come back here to our Lindsay Grocery Coach's Comments and our pregame show, Lindsay Grocery, where community meets quality every day. Find them on Facebook for daily and weekly deals, your favorite grocery store up in Crosby, North Dakota. And as I've gotten a few minutes here with head coach Mikkel Lamott of the Bottineau Stars, a first-year head coach, tell me a little bit about the makeup of your team, coach.
We got a lot of sophomores playing, a few girls returning from last year. They bring a lot of energy to the court, and they're really motivated.
So as a first-year head coach, you've seen the beginning of your coaching career, and now you're partway through your season. How has it been for the Stars from the beginning of the season till this point in the season?
I think at the beginning of the season we started with a little bit of hesitancy, and now we've kind of built that hunger for the win and finishing those sets. So they've really jumped towards that.
And tell me one last question here about the Stanley Blue Jays. I think you met up earlier with the Blue Jays. I think they won that regular season match. So in your opinion, what was the last words out of the locker room tonight for your girls to try to take down the Stanley Blue Jays tonight?
Keep it neat and clean and come out strong.
This is head coach Mikkel Lamott of the Bottineau Stars. We're going to step aside. We'll come back with head coach Nikki Heinley after this timeout. Thanks, coach. Good luck. Yep.
Welcome to Stanley. Our local businesses have the home field advantage, a community where tradition meets progress. Discover the charm of our past and the promise of our future, a winning combination. Support local, shop local, and be a part of something special. Take the home field advantage at visitstanley.org and follow us on Facebook. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share.
Hey, and as we continue on with the Lindsay Grocery Coach's comments, Nikki Heinley of the Stanley Blue Jays has given us a few minutes before she goes up and coaches up her team a little bit. But, Coach, as of late, how's it been going for the Blue Jays?
We've been down with a couple girls, but this is actually our first game back with everybody. So it'll be exciting to see everybody back in action here after a couple injuries.
I know that you took down the Stars earlier in the regular season. They're coming down to your home court tonight. What was the last thing out of the locker room that you told your girls tonight about tonight's game?
Consistency is always one of the main topics, and that's kind of where we've been this season, up and down a little bit. But even intensity, we play so much better when we start out with that mentality and that focus. So I told them, right here on the court, we got to start even in warm-ups with that. So.
Yeah, and as we've seen you play a couple times now, a few times here on GameDay Media, seems like you've really progressed. You play some younger kids, and that's always a good sign for your program to have those younger kids filling in some of those holes.
Yeah, absolutely. We got kind of a whole range of ages here, so it's been good. It's been a good season so far.
Hey, this is head coach Nikki Heinley of the Stanley Blue Jays. We'll step aside. We'll go back to the Tioga Medical Center sports desk as we continue on with our Border Plains Equipment pregame show. Back after this timeout.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
At DA Land LLC, our vision is to provide for the community in which we live and operate, providing a full line of skid steer attachments, farm and ranch, equine equipment, and much more. Shop our store in Tioga, North Dakota, or visit us online at daland-llc.com.
Otheon Boutique carries a wide variety of women's clothing as well as permanent jewelry. Shop in downtown Tioga or visit their website at shopotheon.com.
Continental Resources is proudly independent and fiercely pro-American energy. American-produced oil and natural gas will play a critical role in America's and the world's energy future. So will we. We're deeply invested in our communities in North and South Dakota, Montana, Oklahoma, Wyoming, and Texas. Visit CLR.com for job opportunities. We are Continental Resources, America's energy champion.
Looking for a powerful new truck at an unbeatable price? Then check out Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston. Right now, get behind the wheel of a 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab for just $499 a month. $499 a month. Or take home a GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab and save a massive $13,000 off MSRP. These trucks are loaded with performance, comfort, and cutting-edge tech, all at rock-bottom prices. Make your way over for a test drive today. Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do.
Brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
Hey, and as we continue on here with our Border Plains Equipment pregame show, it's time now for our Red Rock Auto GMC Chevrolet Player Spotlight. And for the Stanley Blue Jays tonight, it'll be number 2, Taya Nematello, an outside hitter who's a sophomore for the Blue Jays, getting the start here tonight. Has been coming off the bench recently, but tonight gets the starting nod on the floor tonight for the Stanley Blue Jays. She's a sophomore, very good basketball player as well. And so a lot of good things in store for the Stanley Blue Jays. And Taya Nematello, the sophomore outside hitter, right side hitter for the Stanley Blue Jays. We'll send it back to the Tioga Medical Center sports desk. And when we come back with our Red Rock Auto Spotlight for the Bottineau Stars, we'll go down to the floor again. Fast and reliable service and car shopping made easy. For specials, new and pre-owned inventory, visit RedRockChevyGMC.com today. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hey, Dad, will you check the cows?
Use this instead, Grandpa. The cows look fine, Dad.
In my day, we had to sleep in the barn to check the cows.
Combining tradition and technology, respecting the past while embracing the future. RTC Networks.
Tioga makes taking care of your family easy with the convenience of finding your dentist, insurance agent, and bank all on the same street, and the luxury of having them all know you by name. And just minutes away, you'll find excellent schools and comprehensive health care. Everything you need to look, feel, and live your best is right here in Tioga.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Established in 1938, Ray Farmers Union Elevator is now your full-service grain and agronomy service facility in northwest North Dakota. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we can assist you with everything from buying the seed in the spring to burn down in the fall. Get more done in a day with Ray Farmers Union Elevator.
Our Community Rewards checking account not only offers cash back, but also gives you...
Rivera Bank is an employee and director-owned community bank, here to serve you as you forge your path ahead, offering the robust digital services you want with the warm local feel you expect.
Play your cards right and shop the savings and selection at Prairie Home Furnishings in Stanley. Browse a wide selection of furnishings for every room in your home. The latest styles and trends and comfortable quality furniture. And it's all at reasonable prices. Plus, they have a great selection of flooring and bedding as well. High quality and reasonable prices make Prairie Home Furnishings the place to make your house a home.
Make sure to shop at Prairie Home Furnishings. We deliver everything your home deserves.
Hey, and as we come back here live to Stanley, North Dakota, the site of our Class A volleyball matchup tonight, our Red Rock Auto GMC Chevrolet Player Spotlight continues here on Game Day Media. And for the Bottineau Stars tonight will be a sophomore wearing number 7 tonight, Carson Allard. Allard leads the team, averaging 8 kills, 4 blocks, and 1 ace per game so far. The sophomore doing a great job for the Bottineau Stars tonight. She's our Red Rock Auto GMC Chevrolet Player Spotlight here tonight. Visit redrockchevygmc.com for new and used inventory. We're going to head back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk, and when we continue on here, we'll go back and come back with our Border Plains Equipment pregame show with more action here from Stanley, North Dakota. My name's Randy Peterson. Welcome into the broadcast.
For the healthcare services you need, an expertise you can trust. It's right here at home with Tioga Medical Center. You're important to us, and so is your well-being. From primary and specialty care to surgical services, we're committed to caring for you at every stage of life. There's no place like home with trusted, familiar faces.
You can trust me. You can trust us. You can trust Tioga Medical Center.
Trusted healthcare here at home.
Skin by Legacy Tioga opened doors February 2024. Skin by Legacy is a branch of the Minot location Legacy Health Clinic. Our goal is to bring big city conveniences to the rural and surrounding communities. We offer a number of aesthetic services and more. Skin by Legacy Tioga is open Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can find our link to book by Googling Skin by Legacy, by Facebook or Instagram, where you could book at either location. A healthier you starts here. Now accepting new patients.
Hey, and as we continue on with our faces in the crowd, Skin by Legacy. Skin by Legacy is out of Tioga, North Dakota, also having a shop here in Stanley, North Dakota. Skin by Legacy. Visit legacyhealthclinic.org/Tioga to schedule an appointment or consult with Sarah in Tioga or Stanley. They now serve the Stanley community on Wednesdays here in Tioga. That's Skin by Legacy, our faces in the crowd spotlight here tonight, as we have a good crowd that's starting to filter in here tonight as we continue on with our Border Plains Equipment pregame show. Time now for our Country Store starting lineups. Country Store located in Powers Lake, North Dakota. Visit doitbest.com, the Country Store. Order online, pick it up. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it over at the Country Store. Visit Jarrett and Brenda Van Berkham right there on Main Street in Powers Lake, North Dakota. And for the starting lineups tonight for the home team on the scoreboard, they'll go this way. Tylee Johnson is a setter. Danny Hermanson is an outside hitter. Annie Royce is a middle hitter. Macy Copeland is a setter. Tea Nimatello is a outside hitter. Brenna Winger is the middle hitter. And Chloe Gemtrude is the libero for head coach Nikki Heinley and the Stanley Blue Jays. And for the Bottineau Stars tonight, the starting lineup on your Country Store starting lineup goes this way. Logan Simpson is a setter. Audrey Weirson is an outside hitter. Avery Keith is a right side specialist. Carson Allard, our player spotlight here tonight, plays middle blocker. She's a sophomore. Kendra Kanoki is a middle blocker. Alexandria Hyatt is an outside hitter. Riley Brennan is the libero. And the head coach is Mikkel Lamont for the Bottineau Stars. That's your Country Store starting lineup. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. As we continue on here and watching the Stanley Blue Jays warming up here tonight, we're going to send it back to the Tioga Medical Center one more time as we will come back to more of our Border Plains Equipment pregame show after a quick timeout.
Located in Powers Lake, North Dakota, the Country Store has what you need. From hardware to everyday essentials, including FR clothing, power tools, and even embroidery and screen printing. You can find most everything at the Country Store. There's always a friendly face willing to help you find what you need at the Country Store. Jared and Brenda invite you to visit them on Main Street in Powers Lake. The Country Store has been in business for almost 50 years. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. Give us a call at 701-464-5434 today.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by Tegan's Interiors, located on Main Street in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook or find them online at tegansinteriors.com.
Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, family owned and operated since 1986. Offering septic service, portable restrooms and hand wash, sewer jet and camera services. Located in Stanley, North Dakota, call for a free quote at 701-628-2960.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provides speech therapy in our clinics as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
And as we continue on here with more of our Border Plains Equipment pregame show, Border Plains Equipment located right off Highway 2 here in Stanley. Your local Case IH dealer, visit borderplains.com for local inventory and to explore job opportunities. That is Border Plains Equipment. As we take a look around the area tonight on that North Dakota Score Feed app at the bottom of your screen tonight, as we look at the matchups tonight here. The Tioga Pirates traveling over to Powers Lake tonight at the barn to take on the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers. Over in Trent tonight, that's another broadcast that we're having here on Game Day Media. The number one team in District 5, the Trenton Tigers, taking on the Divide County Maroons in a big matchup over there at the home of the Tigers in Trenton tonight. And over in Alexander tonight, the Alexander Comets are hosting the Ray Jays tonight. Ray Jays ranked number 2, I believe, right now in the district standings. And the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers are hosting the Williston Trinity Christian Crusaders up there at Al Sherbinsky Court in Kenmare, North Dakota. That's the action that's going around the state and this part of the state here tonight as we get ready for our introductions and our national anthem. We'll turn it over to our PA announcer in just a few seconds here, but the final instructions there given by head coach Nikki Heinley to her Stanley Blue Jays. Nikki Heinley is the head coach, and the assistant coaches are Leah Aberly and Jasmine Halverson. And for the Bottineau Stars, the head coach is Mikkel Lamont, assisted by Courtney Vandal and Stormy Peterson.
To tonight's matchup between the Bottineau Stars and your Stanley Blue Jays. If you would please rise, remove all headgear while we play the national anthem. And now the starting lineups for the Bottineau Stars. A senior wearing number 2, Audrey Weiser. A junior wearing number 3, Caitlin Moan. A senior wearing number 6, Avery Keith. A sophomore wearing number 7, Carson Allard. A senior wearing number 9, Kendra Noak. And a sophomore wearing number 15, Alexandria Hyatt. And now the starting lineups for your Stanley Blue Jays. A sophomore, number 2, Taya Nematello. A freshman, number 3, Danny Hermanson. A junior, number 4, Brenna Winger. A senior, number 8, Tylee Johnson. A freshman, number 11, Macy Copeland. And a junior, number 16, Annie Royce. The officials for tonight's game is Kendra Evansvold and Nicholas Peterson. These officials are registered by the NDHSAA.
And there you have your country store starting lineups. Again, Tylee Johnson, Danny Hermanson, Annie Royce, Macy Copeland, Taya Nematello, Brenna Winger, and Chloe Gemtrude for the Stanley Blue Jays. Logan Simpson, Audrey Weirson, Avery Keith, Carson Allard, Kendra Knope, Alexandria Hyatt, Riley Brennan for head coach Mikkel Lamont and the Bottineau Stars. Both teams have been introduced. Our officials have been introduced. We're about ready to go here with our Northwest Therapy Services opening serve. Northwest Therapy with locations in Williston and Ray, North Dakota, providing speech and language therapy and much more. Visit nwtherapyservices.com. Final instructions given there by head coach Nikki Heinley of the Stanley Blue Jays and Mikkel Lamont for the Bottineau Stars. We're about ready to go, and the Stanley Blue Jays will have the first serve, and we are underway as Tylee Johnson puts the ball in play, and that first point goes to the Stanley Blue Jays. Tylee Johnson with another serve. Want to welcome in our listeners on KTGO this evening. 1090 AM and 92.7 FM as the Blue Jays are able to get it across. Now back on the Bottineau Stars side as the ball is tried to be hammered home by the Stars. And here is a hit there by number 3 as we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. That is number 3 for the Stanley Blue Jays, Danny Hermanson, getting the kill and another point on the board for the Blue Jays. And there is an ace by Stanley. And the Blue Jays out to a quick 3-0 lead here on your NCC scoreboard. As Tylee now looking for her 4th point of set number 1 in this best-of-5 matchup here tonight. Back set to the Stars, goes back row, dug out there by the Blue Jays. Here's Hermanson getting it across, kept alive by the Stars, and a good job there by back row play of the Stanley Blue Jays. Kept alive here now. Here is Johnson with the back set, pushed across there by Copeland. Now it's a good rally going on here. Quick set up to Annie Royce, and Royce puts it down for the point for the Blue Jays. We take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay again. Royce with the short set, able to put that where nobody was for the Bottineau Stars. It's 4-0 on your NCC scoreboard. Johnson continues to serve, and an ace as the ball clips the net, and a friendly net here at Blue Jay Nation for the home team on the scoreboard, the Stanley Blue Jays. 5-0. As Johnson clips the net again there. It's dug out by the libero. Now pushed across, give the Stars a little chance to regroup. Here's a back set to Copeland, and Copeland out of bounds. And so that's the first point out of the night here for the Bottineau Stars as they'll get the serve back. It'll be the libero for the Stars, and another point added to the Stars here, and it's 5-2 on your NCC scoreboard. From the middle, they bump it across. Kind of a little miscommunication there. Now on the outside, here's Hermanson again, but covered there by the Stars. Brought across again from the right corner by Copeland. Now up front, blocked, and it's kept alive there, and that ball goes out of bounds. So we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay again. And blocked there. The Stars get it across, but it lands out of bounds. That point on the 8th volley goes to the Stanley Blue Jays. It's 6-2. Hermanson with the serve for the Blue Jays. On the outside, here's Tea Niematello in the back row. Allard with the pass up to the front row. Copeland keeps it alive as she dodges Johnson. Now back row attack, that's going to be too deep. And that's another point of the 9th serve of the match, or the set, excuse me. And it's 7-2 here. The Blue Jays with the lead by 5, excuse me. And then we had an auto rotation point that's going to be assessed against the Stars. It'll be a point to the Blue Jays playing out of rotation. 8-2 now as Danny Hermanson continues to serve. Clips the net again, now on the Bottineau side up front. It goes back row, and Hermanson covers. Now up to Niematello. She goes cross court with it. Blocked at the net by the two players on each side there, and now brought across by Niematello. Big hit and a big swing as that ball is too deep, and that's another point for the Stanley Blue Jays, a 7-point lead. 9-2 on your NCC scoreboard. Hermanson continues to serve. Here's a set. Johnson with a short set as Royce puts that one into the net. And that point is awarded to the Stars. 9-3 now. The Stars, number 3, Caitlin Moen back to serve for the Bottineau Stars. Here is Annie Royce from the right corner, goes back row, but Moen there to dig it out. Up front, here's Allard, and Allard for the Stars drives that one home for another point for the Stars. It's 9-4 here. Has an excellent set, and Allard proved why she's our player spotlight with that kill for the Stars here this first set. Now there's a little stoppage in play as the Stanley Blue Jays tie their shoes. Here's another serve. Brought across now. Tea Niematello. And Niematello with the point for the Blue Jays. We take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. Got a sub coming in for the Blue Jays. That's number 5 coming in. Carly Gemtrude comes in to play back row. Now here is Allard with the push to the corner, but Hermanson there to cover it. Up front, here's Niematello again. Ball's up into the rafters. Here comes down gently. Now brought across by the Stars. As Copeland and Allard joust at the net. That point goes to the Bottineau Stars. 10-5 now on your NCC scoreboard. Avery Keith serves for the Stars up close to the net. And that one hits the Stanley floor on 4 hits. That's another point for the Stars. 10-6 now, 4-point advantage as Keith continues to serve. And that one goes off of the back row player, number 6, Chloe Gemtrude. And there is an ace by the Bottineau Stars, number 6. That is Avery Keith. And then we're going to bring in a substitute for the Blue Jays. Tylee Johnson comes in for head coach Nikki Heinley. 10-7 on your NCC scoreboard. Blocked at the net, kept alive there. As we're playing slap ball here right now. Back row, Hermanson goes off the speakers. Good job there by Johnson keeping the ball alive for the Blue Jays. Up to the Blue Jays, Niematello, but that one lands in. That's another point for the Stars. And the Stars not going away. They've cut the lead to only 2 now, 10-8. Keith continues to serve. Niematello unable to bring it across, and it is 10-9 there. They put it up on the board, 10-9. Yeah, we remind you of that North Dakota Score Feed app where they're rolling all the different volleyball matches across the state of North Dakota. And there is a net serve. It's a nice little app. If you haven't already downloaded it, it's a free download. Keep track of all the scores that are going on in the sports of football, volleyball, girls and boys basketball, hockey. And we use it all the time here at Game Day Media. We certainly encourage you, our viewers, to download that to keep track of all the action going on in the state of North Dakota. 11-9 now. Here's Allard. Slowed down at the net by a winger. And it's bumped across by Gemtrude. Now here's Allard with the set. And the hit back row. Danny Hermanson digs it out for the Blue Jays. Here's Niematello from the left side. And it's brought across from the back row with authority by the libero, number 4. And that ball is out. And so that point awarded to the Bottineau Stars. 11-10 now on your NCC scoreboard. Alexandria Hyatt serving. Back set to Winger. Winger gets it across, then has to come across and get it herself again. Here is Allard again from the middle, and that kill And point goes to the Bottineau Stars, and we're all tied up 11-11. So from being down 5-0, they've battled back, got themselves back into this match. And there are 4 hits called against the Bottineau Stars. So the point awarded to the Blue Jays as number 7, Mackenzie Bohr, checks in. Bohr is a junior, comes into the Souris Valley Dental Group service line and serves it into the net. So we're all tied up at 12-12. Coming in for there is a miss hit there by Allard. So consecutive net errors. And right now the Stanley Blue Jays lead by 1 as Brenna Winger, the junior, goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group service line, and she serves it into the net. 3 consecutive service errors, 2 by the Blue Jays, 1 by the Stars, as number 6 for the Stars, Avery Keith, checks back in. Finally, we play some volleyball here without hitting it in the net. Up front, ball brought across. Here's Copeland. Went off the head of Gemtrude, now bumped across by Chloe Gemtrude. Now up front, and there is a kill by number 2, Audrey Weirson, for the point for the Stars. And just like that, the Stars have taken the lead by 1 at 14-13. Back row attack, and that one's too deep. And it's another point as the Stars now lead by 2, 15-13. Number 7, Carson. That is a point as Logan Simpson serves another point. And it's now a 3-point lead for the Bottineau Stars. Simpson serves. Here's Hermanson as the Blue Jays get the point as the Stars are called in the net by our floor umpire. And it's 16-14. The Stars out on top on your NCC scoreboard here in set number 1. Tylee Johnson started out the game with aces and continues her serving ways here as she gets another Tioga Ace Hardware ace. Tioga Ace Hardware, located in Tioga, the helpful place. You can find them on Main Street, order online, pick it up at the store. As there's another one. As 2 consecutive aces by Tylee Johnson has tied this first set up at 16 apiece on your NCC scoreboard. Again, a hard serve dug out of the back row there by the Stars. Pushed across. Now here's Copeland with the set up to Hermanson with the kill attempt. Great job there by Brennan keeping that ball alive for the Stars. Now here's Hermanson again going back row, and that's a point for the Stanley Blue Jays. Take a look at that RTC Networks instant replay. Goes off the net. We'll come back after this timeout with more action. It's a Nesset timeout. Visit Nesset.com. Find out about their custom business package, now hiring at Nesset Consulting at NessetConsulting.com.
Nesset is here to provide services to the oil and gas industry. We have a fabulous, fabulous geologic jackpot right here in North Dakota. And what we are doing is providing and developing this resource to be used for years, decades, and generations to come. I look forward to a great future right here in Tioga, North Dakota.
As we come out of the Nesset timeout, the Stanley Blue Jays hold the lead by 1 at 17-16. Brought across here now. Here's the Blue Jays. A set over to Hermanson, and she goes, and it's too deep. That point goes to the Stars. 17-17 now on your NCC scoreboard. As Riley Brennan serves for the Stars, goes back row. Gemtrude there with the dig. Now up to Hermanson, and Brennan unable to keep that one in play. And that point awarded to the Blue Jays. As we take a look at the Bakken Nightmares Haunted House down in Tioga at the Tioga Country Club. 11th, 17th, 18th, 24th, 25th, and 31st opens up at 8 o'clock p.m. $20 charge to get into that, located at the Country Club in Tioga. 18-17 now, not another point added on by the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays now lead by 2 here on their home floor at Blue Jay Nation. Danny Hermanson continues to serve for Stanley. Jump serve. Goes along the left baseline. Now it's brought across. Hermanson with the diving save. Nematello brings it across for the Blue Jays up front. From the middle, they go back row, and now back on the Blue Jays side. Here's Copeland going back to the corner. Simpson sends it up front. Royce now tries to find that dark hole, and that's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by the Stars. So, after a tied up set number 1, the Blue Jays have scored the last 3 points and now lead by 3 at 20-17. Hermanson, low to the net, comes across. Brought across there by number 15. And that point goes to the Stars. 20-18 now, as number 3, Caitlin Moan, checks in for the Stars. At the net, kept alive here by the Stars. Now pushed to the back row, Gemtrude there. Back set over to Copeland, and Copeland tries to drive it through Logan Simpson and does just that. Copeland with a big swing from that right corner. Copeland is a freshman for head coach Nikki Heinley, and it's 21-18. Hyatt playing a great right side. She's going to have a chance at it again. Finds that hole on defense as Alexandria Hyatt with the last touch point for the Stars. It's now 21-19. And there is an ace. That was the 41st serve by both teams. 21-20. So knuckleball comes across. Nobody home on the second set. And just like that, the Stars have tied this set number 1 up at 21-21. As number 6, Avery Keith, continues to serve for the Stars. Nematello brings it home from the middle. Now up front, here's Allard, and that one sent up here to the Tioga Medical Center sports desk. And that is another kill point, and a good one at that for Carson Allard. 22-21. Stars lead by 1. Here is Winger, blocked at the net. And again, another point on a miscommunication. We have a timeout on the floor. Again, our timeout's brought to you by Nesset, located in Tioga. Talk to them about your custom business packages now hiring. Visit NessetConsulting.com. We'll be back after this timeout.
At Tioga Ace Hardware, our store is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. We are all committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. As the helpful hardware folks in your community, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Shop the biggest brands all under one roof at 119 North Main Street in Tioga, or shop online at acehardware.com.
As we come back here out of the Nesset timeout, the Stars from Bottineau leading the Blue Jays from Stanley by 2, 23-21. Take a look at our live reads. Let's go Wildcats. North Shore Plaza PTO, another new sponsor here for Game Day Media for this 2025-26 season. Also, the Tioga Pirates Booster Club supporting the Pirates and the Williams County Firestorm as we're back at live action now. Keith with the serve for the Stars. Here is Taya Nimatello on that one on the kill attempt and the block by the Stars, but it goes out of bounds as we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay as number 5, Carly Gemtrud, checks in for the Blue Jays, and number 11, Adriana Greiner, checks in for the Stars. Here's Allard going to the corner, and that one's just wide. And we're all tied up at, they're calling it it's a point for Stanley. There was some question about it being a tip, but we didn't see it from up here as the Stars brought across there now by number 15, Hyatt, as the Blue Jays on the 4th hit give up the point, and it's going to be set point for the Bottineau Stars. 24-23, set point for Alexandria Hyatt at the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. Short serve. Now Winger with the miss hit, and it is 25-23. The first set goes to the Bottineau Braves as they win by 2, 25-23. We'll step aside. We'll come back with our Bank of Tioga set recap for set number 2 after this timeout.
At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit sourisvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come. This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by Brandy Larson Insurance of Stanley offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance. For a quote, call 701-628-1414. Your local Farmers Union insurance agent. Located in Tioga, North Dakota, Wham LLC and Dry Fork Supply are companies that specialize in gas flow measurement and equipment, along with a fully stocked oil field parts and supply warehouse in the Bakken. Give them a call at 701-664-9425 or stop by today. Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today. Game One powers your team, business, and community with athletic apparel, uniforms, company gear, and event apparel. Featuring screen printing, embroidery, and the brands you trust. Game One, the brand behind your brand.
EAPC Architects Engineers is shaping the future of K-12 schools, healthcare, civic spaces, and higher education across North Dakota. Proud to support our athletes and proud to serve our communities. EAPC, designing solutions, impacting communities.
And as we bring it back here, our Bank of Tioga set recap for set number 1. After getting down 5-0 against the Blue Jays, the Stars come back to claim set number 1. Your final score, the Stars from Bottineau 25, the Blue Jays from Stanley 23. As we head to set number 2, and our first serve of set number 2 will go to the Bottineau Stars. And the Northwest Therapy Services opening serve of set number 2 with locations in Williston and Ray, North Dakota, providing speech and language therapy and much more. Check out nwtherapyservices.com. Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club supporting the Ranchers and the RPL Outlaws as we start our First serve of set number 2. And that one is off the arms of number 12, McKenna Jones, and that first point goes to the Bottineau Stars. Off the backboard, it comes back into play, but they shut that down real quick and that's another point for the Stars. So they're out to a quick 2-0 lead here in set number 2. Royce tries to hammer it home, but nobody home. And it's a 3-0 start to set number 2 for the Stars. Now pushed across there by Copeland. Now back on the Star side. Here's Allard, and Allard drives that one home for the Stars with another big hit from the middle, and it's 4-0. Good start for the Bottineau Stars. And there's a miss hit there in the back row by number 11, Adriana Greiner, and that's the first point of the set for the Stanley Blue Jays. It's 4-1. So it'll be Danny Hermanson serving for the Blue Jays, trailing by 3. Brennan sends the ball to the front. Here's Hyatt, blocked by the front row, Annie Royce, putting point number 2 on the board for the Blue Jays. Take a look at that RTC Networks instant replay. Perfect block by the front row for Stanley. 4-2 now. As Hermanson retrieves the ball out of the concessions area, comes back, ready to play. Jump serve by Hermanson, gets the friendly net. As we take a look at that RTC Networks instant replay, just finds and clips the net, falls over, nobody home there for the Stars. And it's 4-3 now. Tried to do the same thing, but that one just a little bit too low, so an easy point for the Stars as Hyatt, Alexandria Hyatt, the sophomore, goes back to serve from the Souris Valley Dental Group service line located in Minot, North Dakota. That serve is too deep, and that's an easy point for the Blue Jays here in set number 2. Stars still lead by 1 at 5-4 on your NCC scoreboard as Annie Royce now serving for head coach Nikki Heinley and the Stanley Blue Jays. Brennan from the back row, and that one is too deep. And we are all tied up at 5-5. Five to 5 now as they go back behind the curtains on the stage to retrieve the volleyball. And we're underway again here. From the middle, Allard pushes it to the corner, but Royce covers for Stanley. Now up to Copeland. Slowed down at the net. Here is a great set by the Stars and a great effort by Copeland, but Copeland unable to bring it across, but not for the lack of effort by any means. She did a great job there trying to keep that ball alive for the Blue Jays. 6-5 now, the Stars with the lead by 1. Here's Allard going back row. Dug out by Gemtrude. Now Hermanson sends it through the back wall almost, and it's another point on the big hit by Danica Hermanson. 7-5 as Allard continues to serve for Bottineau. Push to the middle. Now on the outside, it's Weirson with the hit. That goes off the arms of Tylee Johnson, and the Stars have scored the last 3 points. They lead by 3, 8-5 here in set number 2. Right now, we're waiting for people to update the scores on that North Dakota Score Feed app. As action around the area. Faith Baptist Church located up in Kenmare, North Dakota with Pastor Mike Fraunfelter. Invites you to Sunday school at 9:45, worship service at 11 o'clock each Sunday with Pastor Mike, the head coach for the Kenmare Bull Bells Honkers football team. Nimatello sends that cross court. The ball lands into the stands after coming out of the rafters, and that point goes to the Blue Jays. 9-6 now in your NCC scoreboard as number 5 checks in. That's Carly Gemtrude checking in for the Blue Jays. Carly, a junior for head coach Nikki Heinley, as Macy Copeland serves now for Stanley with the high serve coming across. From the middle, brought across there by number 9, Chloe Canope. Now, here's Weirson. Kept alive here by the Blue Jays. They just can't catch up with it. Just didn't have the leverage to do it, and it's another point for Bottineau. 10-6, as the Stars are the first one to reach double digits. They lead by 4 here in set number 2. Back set to Winger. Note brings it across, blocked there by the Blue Jays. Back set to Nimatello. Brennan there for the Stars. And it's a point for the Blue Jays. The ball goes underneath the net as McKenna Jones will check in to go back to serve for head coach Nikki Heinley. Trailing by 3, 10-7. Barely brought it across there as the Blue Jays kind of all over the place, but finally copes it, keeps it alive. Back set to Brennan, tipped at the net, now brought across. There is the Stars punching it across as Jones brings it across to the Blue Jays, and the Stars now have it. Here's Canope going back row. Good rally here as Hermanson goes to the back row. Off the net, punched across, and that one is a point for Stanley. Hey, Aaron. Blocked at the net, kept alive up into the rafters, bounces around a couple of the steel structures up there, comes down. Stars keep it alive. Here's Copeland with a quick set to Brenna Winger. Hermanson now with an attack from the back row, and that's too deep. Great effort, but just a little bit too deep for the Blue Jays. And that point awarded to the Stars. 11-8 now as Riley Brennan serves for the Stars. Up off the basketball structures and out of bounds, and that is a point for the Blue Jays. 11-9 now as Brenna Winger goes back to that Souris Valley Dental Group service line. Dr. Jerry Kenson, Dr. Kevin Brodesson, and Dr. Grant Neal. Visit SourisValleyDental.com to schedule your next appointment. Point to the Blue Jays, and it's 11-10. The Stars with the lead by 1. $11-11 now. Coming out of the bleachers, Riley Brennan hits it into the net, and that point goes to the Blue Jays. And the Blue Jays now lead by 1 here in set number 2. Swinger with the serve, the junior. Here's Hyatt, slowed down by the Blue Jays. Back row, Winger sends it to the front row as Hermanson brings it across for the Blue Jays. That one is out. Good decision there by Brenna Winger. She almost got her paw on it, but it is out of bounds. Last touch by the Stars. Actually, it was touched by the Jays, so we'll take that point off and add it on to the Stars, and it's 12-12. Hermanson brings it across from the back row. Here's Allard, blocked by the front row of the Blue Jays. And again into the bleachers. That is a 4-hit affair for the Stars, and that gives a point to the Blue Jays as the Blue Jays lead by 1, 13-12. Got a sub coming in. That's Tylee Johnson replacing number 5, Carly Gemtrude. Tylee with a good serve. Hyatt with the big hit, and that one pounded home by Alexandria Hyatt. And a point awarded to the Stars as we're all tied up, 13-13. Close to the net, goes out of bounds off the arms of the back row. I believe that's one of the Gemtrude girls. I believe it's Chloe. It's 13-14 now. And there is another kill attempt by the Stars as it's a perfect set, and from the middle brought home for the Stars for another point, and it's a 2-point lead, 15-13 in favor of Bottineau. Good job there by Jones, but it hits the antenna. And 4 straight points now by the Stars gives the Stars a 3-point lead, 16-13 on your NCC scoreboard. Hermanson with the block point by Allard. Take a look at that one again as Allard with the 5th consecutive point for the Stars, and it's a 4-point lead, 17-13. Here's Royce from the middle bringing it across. Now Allard setting it up again, teeing it up, and jousting at the net as the ball falls to the floor on the Blue Jays side. And with that, we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. Your NCC scoreboard shows the Stars from Bottineau 18, the Stanley Blue Jays 13 here in set number 2. We'll come back after this timeout.
Based in Williston, North Dakota, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated is a veteran-owned and managed company. Busy Bees services include water hauling, hot oil services, cap string flushes, and much more. Busy Bees will approach any job, no matter how large or small, with 100% safety and commitment. We pride ourselves on giving back to the community that has given so much to us. Looking for the perfect career? Consider Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated. Find them at busybeeshotoilinc.com or give them a call at 701-572-9303 today.
As we bring it back out of the Nesset timeout, Divide County Quarterbacks Club established in 1971, supporting the Divide County Maroons and all their athletics up there. A new live read sponsor here on GameDay Media for the 2025-26 season. 18-13 out of the Nesset timeout as Keith serves again for the Stars. Brought across now to the back corner. Gemtrude there covering. Tylee Johnson sets up Royce. That one goes off the arms of the front row of the Stars, and that's a block point as it just lands inside the boundary line. Another point awarded to Bottineau. 19-13 now as Keith continues to serve. Keith covers the back row. Now up front to Allard. Push to the corner. Gemtrude sends it to the front again for Stanley. Here's Hyatt. Now on the Stanley side again as Hermanson goes along. And that point goes off the arms of number 3, Moen, and that is a point, and that stops the scoring streak of 7 in a row for Bottineau. And the lead is now 5 for the Bottineau Stars at 19-14 as Danny Hermanson serves for the Blue Jays. Trailing by 5. Serve is in, covered there by Moen. Now up front, here's Hyatt from the corner. Looked like that could have been out, but the Blue Jays play it as it's brought across by Gemtrude by the back row. Here's Brennan taking a swat at it from the back row as well. There's Tia Nimatello. Great job by Hyatt. Now here's Royce, and Royce is called in the net, and that point awarded to Bottineau. 20-14 now as the Stars take the lead by 6 as Alexandria Hyatt serves for the Stars, the sophomore from the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. Now here's Tia Nimatello. What a big hit that was, as kept alive there. Great rally by the Stars. We're still playing as Allard pushes it to corner. Nobody home for Allard. And another point awarded to the Stars. 21-14 now as we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. Slowed down, but it lands right in that black hole. And that one's going to be a short serve by Hyatt. So that sends the serve and the point to the Stanley Blue Jays. And it's 21-15 as Annie Royce, the junior outside hitter, goes to the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. And that one's a Tioga Ace Hardware ace. Tioga Ace Hardware located in Tioga. The helpful place, find them on Main Street in Tioga. Order it online, pick it up at the Score. Download that Ace Hardware mobile app. Just enough on it to get it across as Copeland is able to bring it across for the Blue Jays. From the middle, here's Allard. A diving Johnson keeps that alive. Good play here by both these teams. Now that is 4 hits called against Stanley. 22-16. As the Blue Jays unable to catch up with that one, and we're sending the ball into the concession stand here. 23-16. The Stars looking to avenge a earlier regular season loss to these Blue Jays up in Bottineau. Coming down here to the home of the Blue Jays, making an impact statement. That winger almost caught that one and threw it. A few moans and groans here from the Bottineau side, as that one is put down by the Blue Jays. And a point for Stanley as the serve comes over to Macy Copeland, the freshman. Puts the ball in play. Allard sends it to the front, and there the ball goes into the net. So 2 consecutive points for the Blue Jays. Gets the Blue Jays within 5. They trail by 5, 23-18. Here's Winger, and it goes off the arms of the Stars, and that's another point as we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. It's a Nesset timeout. Visit NessetConsulting.com for job opportunities and custom business package over at Nesset.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by...
Since 1952, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake serves Burt County and the surrounding areas with a full suite of financial services. We are committed to being your bank of friendly service. Liberty State Bank, FDIC insured. Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, located at 106 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit tiogadrug.com.
The
Western Education Regional Cooperative is designed to promote collaboration among school districts. One of the main ways we help is to provide professional development in reading, math, classroom management, and data training throughout the 44,000 square miles our region is comprised of. From Golva to Granora, we are here to serve our schools. Let's go to work.
As we're back live here, punched across by the Stars. Now here is Gemtrude pushing into the back row. 23-19. As that point goes to the Stars. And it's going to be set point for the Stars at 24-19. And it'll be Carson Allard. No, it's going to be Logan Simpson back at the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. She puts it in. Back row attack, Gemtrude, that one's too deep. And that point goes to the Bottineau Stars as the ball goes out of bounds. Last played there by the Blue Jays, and the Blue Jays now find themselves down 2-0. We'll step aside, we'll come back with our Bank of Tioga set number 2 recap after this timeout.
In a world where every dollar counts, we believe in empowering you to do more with your money. At the Bank of Tioga, we help ignite prosperity for you and the communities we serve. Whether you're a family looking for personal financial solutions, a business seeking growth, or an agricultural entrepreneur with big dreams, we have the products and services to help you achieve your goals. Experience the power of partnership and visit your nearest location or explore our online services today. We ignite prosperity at the Bank of Tioga, member FDIC.
Voted a top 20 critical access hospital in quality, our trauma center is ready to handle all your emergency needs. With our acute stroke ready certification and full lab and radiology department, our physical occupational speech therapy providers are available for all your rehab care, and our family practice clinic provides a variety of care including well child and child immunization. Psychiatric care is available by telehealth, and mental health is available in person. Schedule an appointment by calling us at 701-628-2505 and find us on our website at stanleyhealth.org. Montreal County Medical Center, here to help you throughout a lifetime.
Growing family? The City of Ray has shovel-ready lots available, 12,000 to 20,000 square feet. The lots are free of any special assessments. Right on Highway 2, we offer convenient travel and connections, as well as access to our amazing education system. Your family's future is important to us. Let us help you with that first big step. Contact Rhonda at 701-568-2204 or stop by City Hall at 101 Main Street in Ray. Think of Ray when planning your future. Invest in a community that invests in you.
As we bring it back here to the home of the Blue Jays here in Stanley, North Dakota, the Blue Jays, after an earlier regular season win up in Bottineau, find themselves down 2-0 here in this best-of-5 matchup against the Stars from Bottineau, as the Stars again defeat the Blue Jays 25-19 in set number 2, as they're playing some pretty good volleyball right now, and they're ready to take on and sweep out the Blue Jays here in set number 3. And our opening serve of set number 3 will go to the Stanley Blue Jays, sponsored by Northwest Therapy Services, with locations in Williston and Ray, North Dakota, providing speech and language therapy and much more. Check out nwtherapyservices.com. As Tylee Johnson will serve for the Blue Jays to get things started here, as our officials are ready to go. And we are ready to play. Tylee Johnson puts the ball in play on the opening serve of set number 3. Up front, here's Allard going to the hole and finds it for the first point of the set, awarded to the Bottineau Stars. At RTC Network's Instant Replay, bringing you all the action, located down in Parshall, North Dakota, headquartered out of there, serving different communities in the northwest part of the state, as that ball goes out of bounds, last touched by the Stars, and so that point is awarded to Stanley. On the outside, slowed down by the Blue Jays. From the back row, Brennan. And that ball last touched on 4 hits by the Blue Jays, or by the Stars, excuse me. And another point awarded to Stanley. They're up 2-1 on your NCC scoreboard as Gemtrude continues to serve. Short serve dug out there by Mullen. Now up front, here's a quick set. And it's the Stars. There, you thought there was supposed to be 4 hits there, no call. And here's Allard putting the point down for the Stars, as the Stanley coaching staff said there was 4 hits there, but not called. It is 2-2 on your NCC scoreboard, as that one is a net serve, and the Blue Jays get the point and the serve back. And it'll be Chloe Gemtrude going back to the Souris Valley Dental Group service line, as that serve is in, set up there. Now it is brought across. What a play there by Copeland. Let's take a look at that great hustle by Macy Copeland. See if we can catch that one as she goes from her front row, diving to keep that ball alive, and then is able to get the point put down for Stanley. 4-2 now as Gemtrude will serve again. And that is a Tioga Ace Hardware ace for the Blue Jays. Tioga Ace Hardware located in Tioga. The helpful place, find them on Main Street, order online, pick it up at the store, download that Ace Hardware mobile app. Short set to Winger, my goodness. Winger with authority. And that's the 4th point in a row. Perfect set to Brenna Winger to the middle. Perfectly timed, and it goes in for the point for Stanley. 6-2 now. Welcome in our listeners and viewers up in the Bottineau Lakes area. And that point is going to the Stars, but there's going to be a timeout. We'll take one as well, brought to you by Nesset, located in Tioga, North Dakota. Talk to them about their custom business packages, now hiring at Nesset. Visit nessetconsulting.com.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by Napa Tioga Parts Supply, located at 105 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit napaonline.com.
Hungry? Head to the Food Barn in Powers Lake. Open Monday through Saturday with daily lunch specials, a full breakfast menu, and don't miss Taco Tuesday on the last Tuesday of every month. Try Michael's Alfredo Pasta. It's a local favorite. Come on down to the Food Barn, where good food meets great company. As we take a look at the Bakken Nightmares Haunted House in Tioga, at the Country Club in Tioga, October 17th, 18th, 24th, 25th, and 31st is open at 8 p.m. each night. $20 cover charge. You can see the disclaimers there about age groups and what they want to mention there about those ages. Keep that in mind. 7-2. As we're underway here, as Hermanson tries to put that one home. And there is a great point by Danny Hermanson. So 8-2 now, as the Blue Jays able to extend that lead to 6 points on your NCC scoreboard. Here in set number 3, as Gemtrude serves. Back row, Allard sends it to the front, played off the net. And that point again for the Stanley Blue Jays. Now they're playing Blue Jay volleyball. They're up by 7, 9-2. As Chloe Gemtrude serves for the Blue Jays, leading by 7. Back to the corner. From the middle, Canoe slowed down, but that point goes and stops the scoring streak of 7 in a row for the Blue Jays, as the point awarded to the Stars. They get the serve back as Logan Simpson, the junior, goes back to serve for Bottineau. Winger hits that one wide and out of bounds. Another point added to the rolls of the Bottineau Stars. It's 9-4 now. Here's Copeland sending it back row. Allard covers it for the Stars. It's going to go off the ceiling, and that point goes to the Blue Jays. Ten to 4 now. Off the net, and the Stars score the point. As the Stars climbing back, they're within 5 at 10-5 now. As Riley Brennan serves for the Bottineau Stars. Good serve. On the outside, here's Taya Nimatello, brought back into play and over the net by Hyatt. It's blocked at the net as Hermanson swats it across. Now over to Hyatt with the bump, goes to the corner. Gemtrude covers it. On the outside, it's Nimatello, this time on the right side. Keith brings it over to the front row. Now on the Stanley side, blocked at the net by Cano. Here's Hyatt with the big swing, and it's wide, and that point goes to the Blue Jays. 11-5 now, as the Blue Jays lead by 6 here in set number 3. Their backs are up against the wall as they've dropped the first 2 sets to these Bottineau Stars. Punched across there, and nobody home as the ball hits the floor for the Blue Jays. Easy point for Bottineau. 11-6 now. Caitlin Moen goes back to serve for the Bottineau Stars. Off the arms, sent to the front row as Nimatello brings it across. Here's Allard going high above the net as that ball awarded and point awarded to Bottineau. Look at that, as she just puts it down with authority. 11-7. Here's Hyatt, blocked to the net, and that's a block point by the Blue Jays, as both Winger and Nimatello over there on the corner right side. And it's 12-7 as Brenna Winger now goes back to serve for Stanley. Here is Simpson with the set. Nimatello again, and the block point by Carson Allard, and another strong block point for the Stars. 12-8 now, as Avery Keith goes back to serve from the Souris Valley Dental Group service line located in Minot, North Dakota. Visit sourisvalleydental.com. As Allard again puts that one down for the point. That's 2 in a row. Great net play by Carson Allard. 12-9. Royce pushes it to corner. Look at that dive by Brennan. Now Hyatt pushes it to the corner, as Copeland is able to put that one down for the point for the Blue Jays. Number 11, Adriana Greiner checks in for head coach Mikkel Lamont, as Tylee Johnson serves for the Blue Jays. Good hard serve comes across just over the net as Allard brings it across to the back row. Now Copeland does the same for the Blue Jays, and that point goes to Stanley. 14-9 now here in set number 3. Tylee Johnson serves. serves it into the net. Easy point for Bottineau. Audrey Wierson checks in to play front row, replacing Riley Brennan, the libero. As Hyatt goes back to serve. And nobody home for the Blue Jays. And it's 14-11. Hyatt serves with a jump serve. And another point there awarded to the Stars as Johnson unable to bring it across for Stanley. The lead is 2 for the Blue Jays, but the Stars are playing with a vengeance here tonight. They've scored the last 3 points. Short serve, and that's an ace. Tioga Ace Hardware Ace, located at the Healthful Place on Main Street in Tioga. Order online, pick it up at the store. Download that Ace Hardware mobile app. Nathan Germanson and his team at Tioga Hardware in Tioga. 14-13 now, as the Blue Jays are able to put that point down. 15-13 on that last point. So we play on here. Here's Copeland, and that block point by great front row play of Carson Allard. And the Stars are within a point. They trail 15-14. Hermanson up into the rafters now. The Stars got to get it across, and they do without hitting the rafters. Up front, covered there. And that point by the Blue Jays, Annie Royce. 16-14 now as the Blue Jays get the serve back. It'll be Chloe Gemtrub serving for the Blue Jays, leading by 2. That is a Tioga Ace Hardware ace for Stanley's Chloe Gemtrud. Again, located on Main Street in Tioga. This time, Gemtrud's serve is too deep. Unforced error by the Blue Jays gives a free point to Bottineau. 17-15 as the Stars get the serve back at Simpson. Serving for the Stars. Now here's Copeland with the big swing, but that one's too deep as well. Right idea. When you hit the ball hard, things tend to go better, but got to keep it in play. But I like the aggressiveness of Copeland. 17-16, here's Winger. And Winger puts that one home for the point for the Blue Jays. 18-16 now as Macy Copeland goes back to serve for Stanley. Short serve dug out there by Brennan. Now Winger with the point for the Blue Jays. 19-16. So Blue Jays open up a 3-point lead here in set number 3. Copeland hits it into the net. Easy point again for the Stars. Alexandria Hyatt will check in to play front row as Riley Brennan goes back to serve. Good serve by Brennan. Up front, here's Winger, and Winger pounds the ball home for the point for the Blue Jays. 20-17 as Danny Hermanson goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. Ball's in play. On the outside, Hyatt swings hard, but Hyatt going to be called in the net also. 21-17 is Danica Hermanson, and we have a timeout before that serve goes on by the Blue Jays. It's a Nesset timeout located in Tioga, North Dakota. Nesset, talk to them about their custom business packages now hire and visit nessetconsulting.com.
How it's always been done isn't good enough. When it comes to your farm, your family, and your future, you deserve better. At Howland Insurance Services, we specialize in how insurance should be done. We creatively customize farm and ranch insurance to meet your marketing goals and minimize risk, providing the protection that you need. We help lessen your dependence on the bank and set you up for long-term success. Contact us today to build a brighter, more secure tomorrow.
As we come back here, gives us a chance to talk about the Divide County Quarterbacks Club located in Divide County, established in 1971. As Hermanson serves with a 4-point lead, 21-17. Hyatt will bring it across from the left corner. And there is a swing and a miss. Mistimed her jump. Brenna Winger unable to catch up with that one. And it's 21-18. As the Stars get the serve back, it'll be Caitlin Moen serving for the Stars here in set number 3. A good serve. And they're going backwards, but Hermanson brings it across with a bump. Now from the middle, here's Allard, and Allard tries to drive it through Brenna Winger. Slowed down there by the Blue Jays, and it's a point as the ball hits the floor. 21-19 now as the Stars continue to serve with Caitlin Moen. Good serve again by Moen. Now up front, push to the back row. Here is a set by Simpson over to Hyatt. Blocked at the net, and that point goes to Stanley. 22-19. As Brenna Winger now goes back to serve for the Blue Jays. Short serve. Boy, kept alive there. That one's called a lift, and that'll be a point awarded to Stanley. Good call there by our floor official here tonight. 23-19. Winger continues to serve, the junior for the Blue Jays. With the jump serve, puts the ball in play. Here's Allard going to the back corner and unable to catch up with it. That point goes to Bottineau. It's 23-20 as we're going to have a substitution. Chloe Jempterd will check in, replacing Brenna Winger. And it'll be Avery Keith from the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. Good serve. And that is a point going to Bottineau. 23-21. Well, tied up at Trenton tonight. One set apiece between the Tigers from Trenton and the Divide County Maroons. And there is a point by the Blue Jays. 24-21. It'll be set point for Stanley, as it'll be Tylee Johnson coming in, replacing Taya Nimatello, as Tylee goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. Serve is in. Sent to the front row, pushed across there by Simpson. That one's pushed out of bounds as the Stanley Blue Jays capture set number 3, 25-21. We'll step aside as we go back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk. Tioga Medical Center, trusted health care right at home in Tioga. To find your provider, schedule an appointment, or pay your bill, visit tiogahealth.org with clinics in Powers Lake and Ray. Back after this timeout.
This Game Day media broadcast is brought to you by
TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lac provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351.
At St. Luke's Medical Center, we care for our community with compassion and excellence. We are proud to be named one of the top 20 critical access hospitals in the nation. You can count on us today and tomorrow. Call now to schedule your next visit.
Looking for top quality groceries and ready to go meals? Visit The Depot, owned by Julie and Josh Bummer in Crosby, North Dakota. This specialty grocery store offers a wide selection of premium meats, including 100% ranch-sourced beef from the Nelson Livestock Company, essential grocery items, and delicious pre-made meals, perfect for any occasion. If you're planning family dinner, need something fast, or need a special order for an upcoming event, The Depot has you covered. Support local and shop The Depot in Crosby today. Find us on Facebook at The Depot LLC.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by, located in Tioga, North Dakota, Patriot Oilfield Service Incorporated is a proud supporter of the Tioga Pirates, supporting the Bakken with hot oil and water hauling services. For your service needs, call our dispatch office at 701-664-2016 today.
Modern Dental, with offices in Tioga, is here for all your dental care needs. Doctors Amber Wentz, Eric Melland, and Christian Melland provide trusted care for the whole family. We're open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4, and accepting new patients now. Modern Dental, your smile, our priority.
Farmers Union Oil of Kenmare has it all. The Cenex C-Store Plus Automotive Service and quality Napa parts. And they deliver bulk fuel and propane. Now is the time to contract your rate and save on fall and winter propane. Find complete agronomy services with chemical, seed, and dry fertilizer, along with custom application services available from their fleet. And our Green Ag location in Mohall handles Forgo implements. That's Farmers Union Oil of Kenmare.
As we come back here, our Bank of Tioga set recap. Set number 3 going to the Stanley Blue Jays by a score of 25-21. They scored 7 straight points in that set number 3 to take a commanding lead, held on to win by 4. That's your Bank of Tioga set number 3 recap with 2 convenient locations in Crosby and Tioga, North Dakota. Do more with your money at the Bank of Tioga, and we're underway with our opening serve, sponsored by Northwest Therapy Services with locations in Ray and Williston, North Dakota. Visit nwtherapyservices.com as the Stars are called in the net, and the first point of set number 4 awarded to Stanley as they take a 1-0 lead on your NCC scoreboard. Gemtrude back to serve for the Blue Jays. On the outside, here's Hyatt bringing it across from the left corner. Hermanson swipes at it, and that one's wide as it goes out of bounds. Last played there by Stanley. It'll be the Stars with the serve. All tied up here at 1-1. Simpson with the set for Allard. And Allard with the big swing. And she drives that home with authority for another point for the Blue Jays. Or for the Stars, excuse me. 2-1 now, the Stars lead as Hyatt goes back to serve. Hermanson keeping that ball just in front of the antenna. As the block point by the Blue Jays ties set number 4 up at 2 points each. Now Chloe Gemtrude goes in to serve for head coach Nikki Heinley and the Stanley Blue Jays. Hard serve off the arms of the Stars. Hey, look at that point by Brenna Winger. That's an athletic move by Winger. Be able to adjust in midair, and thought the serve set was going to be a little higher than it was. She's able to adjust midair and get that point down for Stanley. Gemtrude again with a jump serve. Gemtrude brings it across. Now back onto the Stanley side. Here's Hermanson bringing that ball in as Simpson goes out. Allard brings it across for the Stars. Back row attack. And it's going to be a point that's awarded to Stanley as Simpson called underneath the net. So 3 straight points here for the Blue Jays. They lead by 2, 4-2 on your NCC scoreboard. We're in set number 4. Stars lead 2-1. And there's another missed jump there by Brenna Winger. And mistimed, I should say, not a missed jump, just a little mistimed. It's 4-3. Off the arms of the back row Gemtrude, and that is an ace for the Stars. And it's all tied up at 4-4. That ace brought to you by Tioga Hardware, the helpful place in Tioga on Main Street. Nathan Germanson and his team. As the ball goes out of bounds, easy point for the Blue Jays. 5-4. As we play on here. On the outside, it's brought across by the Stars. There's Hermanson with the big swing, and it's an aggressive swing, but it's too aggressive as it goes out of bounds. Avery Keith now checking in for head coach Cal Lamont. Five to 5 on your NCC scoreboard, brought across by the Stars. Copeland sends it back row, and it hits and goes out of play. Ball lands on the Stanley side. It's 6-5. The Stars lead by 1. Seven to 5 now. Seven to 5 is the Stars with the last point. And the Stars are called in the net. So it's 7-6 now. The Blue Jays trail by 1. They get the serve back. It'll be Danny Hermanson serving for Stanley. From the middle, here's Cano, slowed down. Blue Jays catch up with it. Hermanson brings it across from the back row on the outside. That is going to be too deep on that kill attempt by Weirson. And we're all tied up at 7-7. As Hermanson continues to serve for Stanley. Allard with the dig. Brennan pushes it across. Covered by Copeland. Now up to Winger as Winger tries to knock down Allard. Allard doing a great job as the ball goes backwards, and that point goes to Bottineau. 8-7 now. Timeout on the floor. We're going to take one as well. Your NCC scoreboard, the Stars here in set number 4, leading by 1, 8-7. We'll be back after this Nessa timeout.
D&L Paraffin Incorporated is a local family-owned hot oil company that has been in operation since 1981. We work hard to develop good business relationships with the oilfield companies in the Tioga area. While offering services north of Lake Sakakawea, we focus on integrity, hard work, and safety. For all hot oil services, call dispatch at 701-641-3065 or 701-641-6310. And for hiring information, be sure to follow us on Facebook at DL Paraffin.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Brian and Eric Johnson with Investors Advisor Group at LPL Financial are here to ensure the success of our clients. We can help you meet your financial goals. Give us a call at 572-3246 to arrange an appointment today.
As we're back to live action on the Stars side, Hyatt brings it across. Now back on the Stars side, covered there by the Blue Jays. Back set over to Nematello, and Nematello hits it into the net. And just like that, the Stars take the lead by 2 at 9-7. As Riley Brennan goes back, the senior libero for the Stars, puts the ball in play. Now into the back corner, that goes out of bounds. Good decision by Gemtrude as that ball goes out of bounds. Point awarded to Stanley. And it's 9-8 as Brenna Winger goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. Want to thank KTGO 1090 AM and 92.7 FM for their partnership with GameDay Media, bringing you all the action on 1090 AM and 92.7. On our audio feed, our great partners at Flank Family Media, as Allard is unable to put that one inside the boundary lines, and we're all tied up at 9-9. And as they retrieve the ball, we look at another live read sponsor, including the North Shore Plaza Wildcats, North Shore Plaza PTO, as our new sponsor coming on board here tonight and this season. And now there is a out of rotation service error, or out of rotation point awarded to Stanley as the Stars were out of rotation. 10-9 as the Blue Jays now take the lead by 1. Joust at the net, and it doesn't hit the rafters. And Royce brings it across with the bump. Now a set on the outside. Here's Hyatt going, and it's going to be off and through the arms of Brenna Winger as that point goes over to the Stars. 10-10 as Caitlin Moen checks in for the Stars. That one sent into the stands. And another point goes to the Stars. They're up by 1 now, 11-10 on your NCC scoreboard. Caitlin Moen, the junior. Serves from the Souris Valley Dental Group service line with a 1-point lead. Here's Royce tapping it across. Now from the middle, it'll be tapped across by Allard. Allard plays way above the net. It's fun to watch her play. As that ball off the arms of the Stars, and that point goes to Stanley. 11-11 now on your NCC scoreboard as Tylee Johnson will check in for Stanley. All tied up here in set number 4. Back to the corner, it's too deep by Hyatt. And that point goes to Stanley. 12-11 now. As Tylee Johnson comes in and does a great job from the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. As Allard pounds that one through Danica Hermanson. And we're all tied up at 12-12. Tell you what, girls got some springs in her legs. That's the 14th kill by Allard. As Allard keeps that one alive. Great job of going low to the floor. Now they're going to set up Carson again, and Carson slowed down at the net by the Blue Jays. That's what you got to do with this high-powered, high-flying Allard. She pounds it again. Great volleying back and forth here. That ball goes this time off the arms of Allard. And that point awarded to Stanley on a well-played rally by both teams. 13-12 now. Back set to Brennan, and Brennan's hit is too hard. 14-12 as the Blue Jays extend the lead out to 2. 14-12 on your NCC scoreboard as Carly Gemtrude serving for the Blue Jays. Here's Allard going cross court with the push shot. And now nobody home for the Blue Jays and 3 straight points. And the Blue Jays take the lead by 3 at 15-12. Brought across. kept alive by the Blue Jays, and there's another point by the Stanley Blue Jays. Their fourth in a row, and we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. This timeout brought to you by Nesset. Talk to Nesset about custom business packages, now hiring. Visit nessetconsulting.com. We'll be back after this timeout.
Nesset is here to provide services to the oil and gas industry. We have a fabulous, fabulous geologic jackpot right here in North Dakota. And what we are doing is providing and developing this resource to be used for years, decades, and generations to come. I look forward to a great future right here in Tioga, North Dakota.
As we come back out of the Nesset timeout, we want to thank the Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club taking on the Tioga Pirates tonight. The Powers Lake Brook Central Ranchers over there at the barn supporting the Ranchers and the RPL Outlaws. Also the Tioga Pirates Booster Club supporting the Tioga Pirates, as well as the Williams County Firestorm over there in Tioga. And Ray on the co-op between Ray and Tioga in the wrestling programs. Here's Allard bringing it across, and the Blue Braves are running over each other over there, but they all get back up off the floor. Great hustle by the Stars. Here is Allard again, blocked at the net. And up to Allard as Allard goes back row, and a point added on for the Stars. 17-15 now as the Stars, Carson Allard goes back to serve, trailing by 2. That one's a ace. Tioga Ace Hardware Ace, located in Tioga. Nathan Germanson and his team at the Helpful Place in Tioga. 17-16. Now back on the Stars side up front. They go to Weirson. Weirson slowed it down by the Blue Jays. That one's blocked at the net, kept alive. As the set, not very good by the Stars on that one, and the point awarded to Stanley. 18-16 as Taya Nimatella will check in to play front row as Macy Copeland goes back to serve and serves it into the net. Audrey Keith will check in for Bottineau as Logan Simpson now serves for the Stars. Look at that. Oh, just out of bounds. And that point goes to Stanley. Just missed the line. 19-17 now. The Blue Jays leading by 2 here at their home court, home of the Blue Jays and Blue Jay Nation. Hermanson with the short serve, covered there by Allard. Here's Knote bringing it across. Taya Nimatello tries to drive it home, and now on the outside here's Weirson. That's blocked at the net. Quick reflexes, keeps the ball alive. Brennan, Simpson, back set to Keith. Now brought across, there's Simpson again. A set over to Weirson, and Weirson puts it down for the point. Just perfect placement. 19-18 is the Stars serving, that's Brennan. And that Gemtrude tries to slap that home, and we're all tied up 19-19 here in set number 4. As Riley Brennan, the senior libero for the Stars, puts the ball in play. Back set to Brenna Winger, and that one's wide, and the last 3 points have been scored by the Stars, and they take the lead by 1, 20-19. That one floats out of bounds, and an easy point for the Blue Jays as we're all tied up 20-20. Brenner Winger now serving for the Blue Jays. The jump serve comes in. There's Allard sent to the front row. Hyatt brings it across as Brennan able to pass that to the front. Brought across to the corner, dug out there by Hermanson. Things are getting very spicy here in Stanley. A lot of hard hitting, which is fun to see. Keith, just in the nick of time, gets that one over. Good rally here. Here's Simpson. Outside to Hyatt, goes to the corner, covered by Hermanson. Outside hit to Gemtrude. Now back on the Stars side from the middle, Canote. Slowed down by the Blue Jays. Gemtrude kept alive by the Stars. Back row, and that's out of bounds, just out of bounds. And that point goes to Stanley. 21-20 as Brenna Winger serves for the Blue Jays. Good serve. Up front, joust at the net, and a point for Bottineau. 21-21. Caitlin Moen checking in for head coach Mikkel Lamotte. All tied up here in set number 4. Team's playing hard here tonight. It's Gemtrude. Picks that one. Here's Allard. Look at that dive by Moen. Comes up with a little grimace. Short set by Royce. She tries to drive it home. Boy, both these teams are having fun here tonight. Playing good volleyball as Taya Nimatello hits that one wide. 22-21. Oh, that serve is going to be too deep by Moen. Easy point, tying up set number 4 at 22-22. Here comes Tylee Johnson in for the Blue Jays. She'll go back to the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. All tied up. Double deuces each. Hyatt pushes it to the corner. Look at that point. Right along the net. As the Stars take the lead by 1, 23-22. Avery Keith serving now for the Stars. Close to the net, pushed across, kept alive there. And that'll be a double hit called against the Stars. So that ties things up here at 23 each. Adriana Greiner checks in for Bottineau as Carly Gemtrude serves for the Blue Jays. That one goes to the Stars as the ball last touched by Stanley. 24-23, it's match point for the Blue Jays. And it'll be, or for the Stars, excuse me, match point for the Bottineau Stars. Serve is in. Here's Royce bringing it across. Chance for the Stars, up to Allard. And Allard drives it home for the winning point for the Bottineau Stars. 25-23. The Stars avenge the loss. They win 3-1 as both teams at the net with the traditional handshakes by both teams. Great last set number 4, but it was the Stars with the win. We're going to step aside as we head down to the floor. We'll come up with our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game as we talk to head coach Mikkel Lamotte and the Bottineau Stars after this timeout.
Looking for a powerful new truck at an unbeatable price? Then check out Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston. Right now, get behind the wheel of a 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab for just $499 a month. $499 a month. Or take home a GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab and save a massive $13,000 off MSRP. These trucks are loaded with performance, comfort, and cutting-edge tech, all at rock-bottom prices. Make your way over for a test drive today. Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston.
Hey, and as we bring it back here to our DNL Paraffin postgame show, we got a very happy coach, Mikkel, from the Bottineau Stars. And Mikkel, your Stars really showed up here tonight, didn't they?
They really did. They finished those sets strong. They did well.
Yeah, I was really impressed with our number 7, Carson Allard. You know, you said she was good, and she proved it here tonight, didn't she?
Oh yeah, yep. She really gives it everything she's got to make sure we earn that point.
I know earlier in the season, the Stanley Blue Jays came up to your court up there and take this win up there at Bottineau. Now you come and do the same thing down here at there. Is this kind of the best game you've played all season?
You know, yeah, I really think we came together as a team today. So
yeah, great job tonight. Great win for the Bottineau Stars as they avenge a loss to the Stanley Blue Jays earlier in the season, 3-1. We'll send it back. We'll catch up with our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game after this timeout.
Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today.
Hey, we've caught up with our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, Carson Allard, the sophomore for the Bottineau Braves. And, you know, you're not very tall, but, boy, you play above the net, girl.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun watching you play. Your coach said you're a good player. Only a sophomore, 18 kills tonight, like 4 aces, and I don't know how many block points you had, but, you know, total team effort tonight, probably one of the better matches you guys have played all year, right?
Yeah. It's been a pretty rough year, but we've all played pretty good, but versus really good teams, we've played really good. But
yeah. So, as only a sophomore this year, what have you done in the off season to help you get better? Do you go to camps, anything like that, or is it just natural ability?
a little bit of, yeah. A lot of camps.
Yeah.
Mainly natural.
Yeah. Well, it shows. You're a good player, and congratulations, you're our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. So I want to shake your hand and wish you all the best for the remainder of the season. This is Carson Allard, our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. Back to you, James, at the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Established in 1938, Ray Farmers Union Elevator is now your full-service grain and agronomy service facility in northwest North Dakota. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we can assist you with everything from buying the seed in the spring to burn down in the fall. Get more done in a day with Ray Farmers Union Elevator.
Our paths are rarely clear-cut. You may step out of bounds or even out on your own. No matter what it looks like, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Brevera Bank, Insurance and Wealth.
Welcome to Stanley. Our local businesses have the home field advantage, a community where tradition meets progress. Discover the charm of our past and the promise of our future, a winning combination. Support local, shop local, and be a part of something special. Take the home field advantage at visitstanley.org and follow us on Facebook. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share.
Game One powers your team, business, and community with athletic apparel, uniforms, company gear, and event apparel. Featuring screen printing, embroidery, and the brands you trust. Game One, the brand behind your brand.
UAPC Architects Engineers is shaping the future of K-12 schools, healthcare, civic spaces, and higher education across North Dakota. Proud to support our athletes and proud to serve our communities. EAPC, designing solutions, impacting communities.
Hey, and as we conclude things here in Stanley, North Dakota with our D&L Paraffin post-game show, D&L Paraffin located in Tioga, North Dakota, a locally owned hot oil company that's been in operation since 1981. Great partners here with GameDay Media as we close things out here from the home of the Blue Jays tonight. Didn't go the Blue Jays' ways. They dropped set number 1, 25-23. The Stars won set number 2 is 25-19. They came back and won 25-21 in set number 3, but the Stars a little bit too much for the Blue Jays tonight in set number 4 as they take down the Stanley Blue Jays 25-23. 3-1, your winner tonight, the Bottineau Stars. Our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game is the high-flying Carson Allard, the sophomore for the Stars. Did a great job tonight. As we take a look at our schedule for the remainder of this week, we go down to Bismarck on Thursday with St. Mary Saints hosting the Watford City Wolves. Titus Stenberg and I, Randy Peterson, will be on the call down there along with our production team from the home of the St. Mary Saints, our first time in Bismarck. We'll conclude the week on Friday with double-header action in football. It'll be the Ray Powers Lake Outlaws taking on the Bottineau Braves, who receive votes in the latest media poll up there in Bottineau. David Peterson and Noah Frederickson will have the call up there on GameDay Media. That kickoff scheduled for 6 o'clock p.m. And then our final other game at 7 o'clock p.m. It'll be the Lewis and Clark Berthold Longhorns taking on the Divide County Maroons, the number 5 ranked team in the state of North Dakota, 9B football, coming off a loss to Alexander Comets 40-20 last Friday night. So I'll be on the call there, see if we can figure out who else is going to be on the call with us up there in Crosby as the Longhorns come up to take on the Divide County Maroons. That's it here from Stanley. Once again, your final score, the Bottineau Stars defeating the Stanley Blue Jays 3-1. On behalf of all of our sponsors who help make the broadcast of these games possible, I want to thank my production team tonight, James Myers and Aaron Griffin running our camera. James Myers on the board ops tonight. My name's Randy Peterson. Until Thursday evening down in Bismarck for Class AA football, Watford City taking on St. Mary's. Join us then on GameDay Media. Good night, everybody.
Tonight's GameDay Media broadcast was brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, Both the Own Boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Hougland Insurance Services, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nesset, Tioga Ace Hardware, DA Land LLC, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, the Bank of Tioga, Tioga Parts Supply, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Montreal County Health Center, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, Wham LLC and Dry Fork Supply, the City of Ray, Lindsay Grocery, Montreal Williams Electric Cooperative, Burke Divide Electric Cooperative, Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, Faith Baptist Church of Kenmare, Ray Farmers Union Elevator, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, Tioga Pirates Booster Club, The Depot LLC, TNT Measurements Incorporated, Patriot Oilfield Service Incorporated, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated, Skin by Legacy, The Food Barn, Western Education Regional Co-op, North Shore Plaza PTO, Divide County Quarterback Club, Farmers Union Oil Company of Kenmare, Red Rock Chevrolet and GMC of Williston, Investment Center Advisor Group, LPL Financial, Stanley Commercial Club, Modern Dental, EAPC Architects, Engineers, Game 1, Tioga EDC and Chamber of Commerce, RTC Networks, Flag Family Media.